Yeah, bang bang Mayhawk. Just a little bit about a guy called Peter Coulson, because what's happening at the minute, I'm getting a few comments from a woman saying that Peter Coulson, that he got robbed of a woman was visiting him, and she nicked a lot of money off Peter Coulson, and her name was Linda. Well, I remember going on visits and seeing a couple of women come and see Peter, very attractive, young girls, don't know who they were, well, not girls, women really. And I don't know who they were. Perhaps they was the ones that took most of his money off him. But Peter Coulson was a nice guy. I met him in Albany, and then after Albany, I met him later on for my bird. I met him at Maidstone prison, where it must have been finishing off his sentence. He was a guy that trained every day. He'd go past his cell. He was always doing some sort of a workout. He'd go outside, he'd be running around the yard, he'd be in the gym when I'm training in the gym with my people. He'd be in the gym doing his workouts on the Smith machines, on the weights. He'd sometimes get on the bag, punching the bag. And it was just a nice guy. And if he looked at you and thought, well, you know, I don't see this guy buy big canteens, I'd help him out. Because a couple of times, I had nothing. I mean, I had nothing. I lost everything, as we do, armed robbers. We don't keep our money. It's gone, yeah. And but even the judge on Peter Coulson's trial put big confiscation orders on Peter in a way, and saying that he kind of did any money wrapped around him at all, any money they see at any time, it's took from him, yeah. So you know, I mean, it's bad enough. Getting 22 years, but the judge wants to take everything. That's the way they were, because of the photographs and bits and pieces what I took from the bank. Yeah. On top of that, Peter, as I said, was a nice guy. He bought me canteens. I had nothing. He bought me canteens as well. But I used to see him running around the yard. Billy Blundell. He was always talking to Billy Blundell. He liked Bill. And you know, and Ricky Curley. I remember sometimes Ricky Curley and him would have a little spar around. Only Peter Coulson's about 11.5, 12 stone, maybe not even that. But a very fit guy, muscular. All his body was muscular. Very defiant guy, yeah. And as I say, there's some woman by the name of Linda that used to visit Peter. Someone's putting comments on my comments saying that Peter Coulson was a nice guy, and this girl Linda, a woman Linda or girl Linda would come visit him, she nicked a lot of his money. Well, you know, this is what happens in prison. If you're doing something like 20 odd years, 22 years, and there's no phones, it's only letters and VOs, yeah, you're sending out. So you're waiting for a letter to come, you get your photographs from the person, and it's nice, you know, to get a young girl to come and see you, and you're doing 20 odd years. You know, it's the greatest feeling in the world, you know, because to see a woman is fantastic, yeah. And she was evidently supposed to be really, really beautiful, and Peter just fell for her, and Peter gave her whatever she wanted, and now she's took most of his money. So when you say most of his money, what did he have left? But he couldn't have had that much left, because he got nicked for another robbery after. If I remember, I'm not quite sure. Obviously, people will tell me on my comments, did he get nicked for another robbery? I'm not quite sure. Someone told me that someone jumped off a bus and jumped on him, and and he got nicked. So whether or not it's true, I don't know how true it is. But but Peter Coulson was a gentleman of gentlemen, mate, and he was a nice guy, and he looked after everybody. When I was in Maidstone, he looked after everybody. Everybody that was around him, he looked after. They used to always go in the television room at certain times of night to watch EastEnders. I think it was at 7 o'clock. It was packed. The television room was packed. Couldn't get no more in there. It wasn't that big. It was packed with people watching EastEnders. And don't forget, you only had little televisions every day. What were they? 18, 19, 20 inch, something like that, was it? Not even as big as that. And everybody would be packed in there watching the EastEnders. They just loved it. Yeah, I hated watching telly. In them days, you had no tellies in your cell. You had record players and you had radios, Roberts Ramblers and Hackers was the ones that all the big people had, yeah. You had the Arabs there, you had Pat Adams there, you had Stevie Doran there, you had Bobby Dixie's, you had loads and loads of gangsters there, a load of proper villains there, mate. There was like, but everybody was nice. Everybody stuck together, mate. There was no nastiness. I had a few words with a few people, but that's to be expected. I was a big lump, and you know how it is. It's one of the things. But, you know, anyway, if anybody knows or heard this Linda, let me know in the comments, yeah? But, you know, listen, her name's more likely not Linda anyway. Her name's something else. She's more like living on an island, living a life of luxury, big house, you know, and just enjoying herself, big car, you know, and that's what life is, isn't it? If you're going to give someone money, mate, when you're locked up, banged up, well, that's what happens. You know, that's what happens. It happens out here. You got people out here now, these Nigerians and Ugandans and people like that are just taking money off of women and guys like it's going out of fashion. You got guys that are acting as women, showing these people photographs and all, and guys are believing it and sending all sorts of money. And it's the same with women, old women that haven't got a life no more, and all of a sudden they've got a young guy who's, you know, writing to them, sending them this, that and the other, but it isn't a young guy, it's an old African who's conning the woman out of all her money. But it's happening 24/7, it's happening all around the world, you know. But it happened to Peter Coulson, and Peter Coulson got it when it first started. So anyway, please press the like button and subscribe, and whoever's sending me the comments, let me know what you want. Take care and have a nice day.